Now Jesus is going to bring you hope and joy that transcends all of this existence, and it'll make us go through the toughest times of life. But that does not mean that everything in our material world is going to be perfect. In fact, we might have things that we lose for following Jesus. Oh, that brings up something, okay? That brings up something. If you can, I know most of you are on Facebook and YouTube. Do me a favor, go on YouTube and Facebook and post some positive comments, because we have like a ton of people on there that don't come to our church, that some post positive comments, but a lot of them are like, especially with the last Israel sermon that I preached on, they're like, get educated, retard, or stuff like that. They said worse things. That's a bad statement for me to say, but they're, you're an idiot. And I'm like, oh, how dare you use my scriptures to justify your statements? That's not the same Israel, idiot. And I was like, oh no, maybe I shouldn't have said that. And then I read Lamentations. This is totally off my notes. Please forgive me if that offended you when I said that word just a minute ago. I'm going to say this though, Lamentations. I was reading Lamentations 3 this week. And it says this. I was like, God, you're so faithful. I just want to remember your faithfulness, God. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore I will hope in him. The Lord is good to those who wait for him, to the soul who seeks him. It is good that one should wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. It is good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth. Did you guys know that was in the Bible? Let him sit alone in silence when it is laid on him. Let him put his mouth in the dust, there may yet be hope. Let him give his cheek to the one who strikes, and let him be filled with insults. I was like, oh, yeah, thank you, Jesus. Comment, guys, comment all day long. Tell me how much of an idiot I am. I'm okay with it. And then I started reading it, and it said, Jesus says, blessed are you if people hate you and say all sorts of terrible things about you for my name's sake. You know how many in our culture don't want this to happen to us? You know how many of us do it? Naturally, I don't want this to happen to me, right? I want you to say like, oh, cool, what's up, Tim? I'm so thankful that you preached that in Israel. It's so cool. We support them. And we always will. I just want you guys to know that. I'm not questioning necessarily whether I should have preached that or not. But I'm like, man, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, Jesus. I'm okay with it. It's the world that tells us that we have to get acceptance from everybody and give up anything, even our principles or our morals, in order for someone to give us a stamp of approval. That's the world that will tell us that. Jesus says, stand up for the things that matter and are right and are moral and are holy and are pure and are righteous, even if everybody hates you and kills you for it. That's what Jesus tells us to do. But in our flesh, we're like, really? See, even in this moment, even in this valley, even in a tough time, when Jesus says something to you that might be tough, are you desiring just to hear his words? Or are you seeking just the healing or just the freedom or just the touch from Jesus? Or are you willing to listen to his words?